A survey of popular brands sold on Amazon, done by The Balance, found that the average cost of a 16.9-ounce plastic water bottle was around 70 cents, which is $1,022 a year if you drink 4 water bottles a day. Bottled water is a scam and a waste of money. As someone who used to drink a lot of bottled water, I think that it is pertinent that we stop buying bottled water. Water is a part of our daily lives and one of our most important parts of our lives. Bottled water contributes a lot to pollution, so we should stop drinking it. Stopping bottled water can save you money, big time. Bottled water can also be a good thing. So let's start with one of the more important points, the environment. Bottled water is bad for the environment in many ways. National Geographic says this about bottled water. As of 2017, on a global scale, 1 million plastic beverage bottles were purchased every minute, according to data from the Euromonitor International's Global Packaging Trends Report, published in 2017 by The Guardian. Today, plastics in jars represent about 75% of all plastic containers by weight in the United States, according to the Plastics Industry Association. Aquasana.com has this astonishing fact about bottled water. 80% of bottled water that people buy ends up in landfills. Even worse than plastic water bottles ending up in landfills is plastic water bottles ending up in the natural environment in which humans do not habitate. CondorFerries.co.uk has these abhorrent facts on plastic waste in the ocean. 100 million marine animals die each year from plastic waste alone. 100,000 marine animals die from getting entangled in plastic yearly. This is just the creatures that they find. 1 in 3 marine mammal species get found entangled in litter. 12 to 14,000 tons of plastic are ingested by North Pacific fish yearly. So as you can see, plastic is very harmful to the environment. So how can we help alleviate the flow of plastic water bottles ending up in landfills and the environment? Well, you can start using a reusable drinking cup and fill it up with water or any other beverage to that matter. You can also start to drink from the faucet and or drinking fountains. So let's move on to the second point. Bottled water is a scam and a waste of money. As stated at the beginning, bottled water costs $1,022 a year if you drink 4 bottles a day. As stated by the United States Census Bureau, the average individual income is $30,723. So buying a refillable bottle and drinking from drinking fountains can save you $1,022 annually, which is a lot for the average individual. In case this did not convince you, this will. An article from the magazine 50/50 said this: at least thousands of years have passed since the caste of the first street vendors, who sold the refreshing liquid in the pig hogs, reclassified them to water dispensers, dispensed, adequately packed. However, it was not mostly water. It came from a variety of wells and springs, connected with saints and holy revelations. Later on, throughout the years, it went from holy water to mineral water. So, when it began, it was a scam. Most water bottle companies will advertise about their pH of their water being perfect for human consumption, that being 7, and that it is better for you. However, it doesn't even matter because your body will automatically balance out the pH and maintain a good pH anyway. These so-called bottles of mineral water cost about $20 a packet, which is an absolute waste of money considering how much you can get from just the faucet. Now, there may be some people who disagree with me, and you do have a point. Bottled water is very useful. DrinkOpenWater.com has these interesting facts. In the US, 40 billion plastic bottles were used each month. Also, 1.3 billion plastic bottles were used each day. 54.9 million plastic bottles were used each hour. Last but not least, almost 1 million plastic bottles are used every minute. Even though this proves that bottled water is in wide use and is very useful, does not mean that we should use it very often. I think that bottled water should only be used scarcely. Bottled water can be a great tool to help others in need, such as those in Flint whose water had lead in it and were unable to drink. Or in places like Africa, where they do not have enough clean water or drinking water at all. In Ukraine, where the people are at war and need water due to their daily infrastructure being destroyed. Or last but not least, in Kentucky, where there was a drastic flood and people do not have clean water or electricity. So, as you can see, bottled water is pretty useful and can save lives. However, I don't think that the use of bottled water in these situations are bad. However, I do think that we as a people who do not live in these conditions should not use this wonderful tool for such mediocre needs such as our daily lives. So let's wrap this up. In conclusion, we should stop drinking bottled water for many reasons. One reason is that bottled water is one of the top contributors to plastic pollution in the world. One other reason is that bottled water is a scam and a big drain on the average individual's personal income. Last but not least, bottled water should only be used in times of disaster or other emergencies. So you can stop purchasing these, and you should start using one of these.